Greetings, I'm Mark with Unlimited Story, unlimited-story.com, a channel dedicated to writing, world building, marketing, and most importantly, getting things done, and Kindle Vella, because who could possibly forget about Kindle Vella? I know, I personally don't. I think about it all the time. In fact, I might even fall asleep thinking about it. Anyway, if you want to support this channel and things that I do, just hit me up on Kindle or Kindle Vella. My stuff's there, links in the description below. Yada, 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 yada. You've heard it all before. Let's get into this story, which is called Sundowning by Adam Smith. And here's the description. Sundowning is known to most people as the worst time of day for folk with dementia, the time their mind starts to fog and tear. Gerry Huntsman used to remember that time in connection with her ill father. But after she survives a brutal attack by two wandering vampires, the word changes in her mind until she begins to track the killers and discovers what breaking memories and slipping time means to a centuries-old vampire. Tags: horror, family drama, supernatural, southern gothic, heroine, vampire, magical realism. And what's our picture here? That is that's an eyeball. Doesn't look like a happy eyeball either. Maybe a little bit scared. Some comic book art style. That's kind of neat. Don't see that very often. All right, let's get started. And welcome back. I have read the first 3 of Sundowning, and here's what's going on. It starts out with a flashback. 2 people at a riverbank fishing. They're buddies, and they're using bent nails as hooks. Does not seem as effective, but maybe it is. I don't really know. I'm not much of a fisher person. All right, and then the next thing you know, you're in a Waffle House. So this guy named Host is there, and he's looking at the deer. There's a bunch of hunters around. Something about how all roads lead to the same place, the end or whatever. And then he's looking at the deer that they're collecting and thinking about, a deer would be pretty nice. And then next thing you know, his eyes turn red. There's smoke. He turns to smoke, and there's an owl screeching. That is the end of episode 1. So it's very just generally pretty confusing. I don't really know what's going on or what the goal was with that one, but episode 2 really starts kicking things off because there is our main character. His name is Van. I think Van is actually the main character, but there is some disturbance. So it turns out Van is the one with dementia. He used to be a police officer. That's going to be important in a little bit. So Van, he was accidentally knocking on people's rooms at this hotel, and they called the police for this disturbance. So he knows these police officers, at least one of them, and that is Gerry Huntsman. She knows Van, and then she's got a new partner, his name's Gardner, and they basically take him in. And it's really weird because you actually see Van. He's like, well, you know what? I did this. You need to take me in. So he I guess he realizes he understands what's going on and he needs to be taken in or whatever. So and that's more or less for episode number 2. And now episode number 3 is where things get crazy. Oh wait, episode number 2. Also, Van kind of looked at her and his eyes turned all red. There's actually a really neat description. Eyes turned satin wrapped around black holes. All right. And the next thing you know, Gerry starts feeling really cold, she's shivering. Okay, so then they arrest him and they're taking him off, and then they're driving along. They're having a little bit more discussion, a little bit more exposition, finding out about the characters, who Van is. We find out about his police history and all that stuff, and then his eyes change. Again, they get that black hole swirliness, nasty, and he starts getting crazy powerful. So he punches through. There's a mesh between the back seat and the front seat of the police car. He's ripping off the top. Gardner, the newbie officer, I guess is what it is. Apparently he has holy water on him. So I don't know if I ever consider a police career. I am now carrying holy water because that seems really useful for this, at least this situation. He splashes on it, gets on his face. So Van ain't happy about that. He rips the top of the police car open, jumps out, and then he comes back. He charges the police car and just hits him straight on. And yeah, there's the sound of cicadas, which I find to be, well, I know that sound pretty well. So it sounds kind of scary. He's pretty dark and super powerful, because if he's charging at police cars, yeah, I'm not I don't know. So anyway, long story short, this story got dark very, very quick. My understanding is the author is really into comic books. He's like writes comic books, and it got a comic book feel. It's very different from what I'm used to reading on Kindle Vella. Which doesn't mean it's bad, just different. And yeah, I like it. So here we go. I mean, I shouldn't say here we go. Here we go. It's over. We're done. Yeah. That sounds good. All right, so if you like this kind of stuff, consider subscribing, or at least checking out another video that YouTube recommends. If you're an author, you want to have your stuff reviewed, read over by me, hit me up on the Discord. That's it. Peace. Oh yeah, one sentence summary. How can I forget these things? Van gonna do some damage on the police car and probably everyone else he runs into.